off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
Your locally owned Bill Alexander Ford has the vehicles you want. F-Series, Bronco, Expedition, Edge, Explorer, Escape, and Ranger. And try our mobile service for light maintenance. We will come to you. For a difference you can count on, visit us in person or go to BillAlexanderFord.com.
Sure, everything's made of something. But time and sweat is what puts it together. And it's that relentless application of effort against the clock that created everything around us. The BF Goodrich HD Terrain Tire is engineered to tackle the extreme situations heavy-duty trucks are met with head-on. Because downtime can't exist when there's a job to do. Time isn't something to marvel at. It's something to be seized. It's a tool we put firmly in your hands. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
It's pretty simple. You want to win races, put KMCs on your truck.
3, 2, 1, yeah! Here we go, the first two cars heading off the line right now. Now we have a marker coming to the finish line.
Stacy Clark here, owner and general manager of Unlimited RV. As racers, we know how important time is. Not bad, kid. 5 seconds faster. As racers, we know how important reliability is. At Unlimited RV, we have lifetime warranty, so you know we've got you covered. At Unlimited RV, we offer nationwide free shipping, so you don't have to waste your time getting into the RV or motorhome for your next big adventure.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are here once again with your next Baja 500 update here on Fishgistics. Thanks for tuning in today. It is 1 o'clock. That means that it's our, our fourth update, I think. Now, the one thing that we were just looking at, you guys got to check this out. We're going to go right to it. Look at this bike race. We have not seen a bike race this good in a long time. We have to zoom in so close. Look at how many bikes we have. We have 4 bikes within a couple miles of each other. Just like, what is this, 50 miles from the finish? Let's see, 50 miles, 67 miles from the finish. And we have a huge battle going on here in the bike class. So we have the 11X is showing as first on the tracker. Then we have the 3X showing as second. Then we have the 1X and the 9X right on top of each other, and everybody's moving. So this is a hell of a bike battle going on right here. Really cool to see from the 1X, the 9X, the 3X, the 11X. Who's going to win? I don't even know. It's looking pretty good for the 11X right now. They got a little bit of a lead, but the section they're going through right now is the European section. This section sucks, honestly. Like, if you guys have raced Baja before, you've probably done this section, and there's no other way to describe it. It is not fun. This section is just, it's usually at the end of the race, unless you come through here in the start, which they do sometimes when they go the other way. But when you come through here at the end of the race, it's literally like the last thing you want to do is be stuck, in the car, on a bike or whatever, and have to finish in this section. Most likely these guys that are on the bikes right here, their riders probably got on right here, I would assume, because if I was a bike team, I would put a fresh rider on to go through this section. And, this is a good spot. Santa Tomas right here. That's what this section is. It's on the highway. It's real easy to pit there. So probably everybody has a new rider on for this section. But this is going to be a fun battle to watch. You can see there, all they got to do is they come back through European, back up into Ojos, and then back into town, and they're done, and they're at the finish. So I don't know who's going to win out of those 4 guys. You guys can pick, but we'll definitely be keeping an eye on the bike riders. That's a really cool battle. So I just wanted to show you guys that to start with right away, this hour update. So then coming over back to the cars, we got the trophy trucks. Bryce Menzies is your leader. He is currently at about mile 230-ish, 220 something. It's not showing up on the tracker here, but he's about 220. He is your physical leader, first place. He is first on the road. Behind him, it's showing as Tavo, updated 0 minutes ago, and then Alan and Pudia 0 minutes ago. So that is a good representation of the top 3 right now. It is going to be the 7, the 21, and the 10. Those are your top 3. If you're just joining us, we had Luke McMillan was leading for a while today, but he had some kind of steering issue. We're not sure if it was a pump or something. He was stopped on the backside of the summit for a while. So Luke McMillan was down for a while. He is moving again now. You can see he's moving somewhere back here. There he is. There's the one. He's a little ways back. He definitely lost some time. He was stopped for a while, but he's going again. So that's your top 3. Mr. Larry Rossler, he always seems to be sitting around 3rd, 4th position. He drives all the races himself now. You know, LR's been around forever, so good to see him once again, just kind of cruising. You know, he's not like setting the world on fire. He's just cruising, just doing his thing, and he's always right there. So any little hiccup for any of these guys in the front, and here comes LR in the 43. Behind him, we have Mike Walser. So that's a name that, you know, he's only been around a couple years in the sport, at least in the trophy truck class. He is in a Mason all-wheel drive. He is driving the first half to mile 285, and then Ray Griffith is going to get in. So this truck right here is going to be fast all the way to the finish, because Ray is obviously no slouch. He doesn't have a ton of time in a trophy truck, but he has a lot of time in in spec trophy trucks. He's driven a little bit in trophy truck. I think he drove with Mikey Lawrence before, if maybe it was somebody else, but Ray's definitely got some time in some trucks. So he's going to get in at mile 285 and take it to the finish from there. So keep an eye on the 87. They're going to stay up there. Another one, Roberto Romo Jr. here. The Junior told me he's driving the whole race himself. So pretty cool to see Junior. He's in the 33. That is Luke McMillan's old 2-wheel drive truck. They're having a good run. Gustavo Vidosola, Sr., this was Ricky Johnson driving right now in the 1L. Also having a good run. And then Rob McCackran, another one of those. Him and LR kind of just seem to be always hanging there in their 2-wheel drive trucks. And if anybody in front of them has an issue, they're right there. So definitely having a better run than he did at San Felipe. Yeah, I haven't seen him have any issues yet. So that's good for him. That kind of shows that class. Then if we go back, let's see. We'll go back up and find a Class 1 car. Let's see. Trying to find Class 1. 168. Okay, here we go. So they have got around the Wilsons. So it was the Reed and the Wilson battle for most of the day earlier today. So Reed has got around Wilsons. Brad Wilson. Then behind them we have Jason McNeil in a spec truck there. So we got the 168 first place Class 1. Brad Wilson second place Class 1. And then your first spec truck on course is Jason McNeil right here in with them. Then we have second place is Mike Marsal. He's been moving up all day, so he's going really good in the 236. Now, this is Mike driving right now. We have another Grabowski. Troy Grabowski is going to be getting in this truck at mile 335, and he's going to be taking it to the finish. So this is another one of those trucks that's going to have a pretty seasoned driver in it. Troy obviously has a lot of time in Class 5 and some other cars, not as much so in the trucks like his brother Dustin. Dustin's had most of the time in the spec trucks, who we're going to talk about him in a second. Also, but so Grabowski's going to get in here later. Troy, EJ Herbst, Christopher Polvardi. I mean, look at this race. Here's first place right here. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So you have 6 spec trucks all within about 5 miles of each other right there. Maybe a little bit more. 163 and 167. Not even 4 miles of each other. So you have 6 spec trucks within 4 miles of each other. That's some good racing, as it always is in the spec truck class. So definitely cool to see there. Then we have right here, check out this truck. I told you guys keep an eye on this truck earlier. So the 228 Ryan Hancock, they had a bad race at San Felipe. They started way in the back, and starting in this truck is Dustin Grabowski, who we just talked about. So Dustin Grabowski has been making his way through trophy trucks, through 1 cars, through legends, through the other spec trucks that he started behind. He is on a mission. This truck is hauling ass. And if we go look, we had some times here, thanks to Chris Godsey earlier. Check these out. This was at mile 135, so just a few miles before where they are right now. Now, we have Jason McNeil, who was first, right? So his time through there. Now, behind the leader, behind class leader, this is on corrected time unofficially. So Christopher Polvardi was 1 minute on corrected time behind. And then look at this, the 228 Ryan Hancock, 1 minute and 4 seconds off the lead on corrected time, and they started like 20 something. So they started way back. Justin Davis also up there. Elijah Kiger, and then Mike Marsal is 2:46. So this is pretty cool times right here. This is not physical, like I said. This is actually corrected time, roughly, based off of when they came through mile 135-ish. So pretty cool to see. Thanks to Chris for doing those split times. Cool to see. But keep an eye on the 228. I'm telling you, this is the truck to watch throughout today because of the drivers they have in there and where they started. They're going to be making up some time. And you can see they got a little bit of clean air now. So they don't really have a bunch of people in front of them anymore. That's going to be somebody to watch right there. And then it just gets all stacked up behind them. We got Class 10 cars back here. We got 1091, 1079, all that. So Class 10 all the way stacked up behind them. And then that's what that looks like. So we have, let me see. We're trying to get some more. Okay, I got some more split times at Borrego. This is coming in thanks to Robert Mason. So down here, so right in here, split times for you guys right here. We had Tavo is 6 minutes and 55 seconds behind Bryce. So it was Bryce first, then it was 6 minutes and 55 seconds back to Tavo, and then it was Ampudia was 10 minutes behind Bryce. So you got almost 7 minutes to Tavo, 10 minutes to Ampudia, and then LR was 17 minutes and 50 seconds back. Walser was 19 minutes back. So we got a pretty big gap going on at the front here. I mean, Bryce Menzies has a 7-minute lead physical over Tavo right now. And if we look at the start order, Bryce started 2 spots in front of him. So that means 2 minutes Tavo has on him. So his 7-minute lead is 5 minutes on corrected time. You guys follow all that? So Bryce Menzies is currently winning the race by 5 minutes corrected time over Tavo Vadosla as of right over here at Borrego. Ampudia started second, so he's actually going to have to pass Bryce back since Bryce started third if he wants to beat him. So if the 10 is behind the 7, he has no chance at beating him. He has to get in front of the 7 in order to beat him, and he'd have to put a minute on Bryce also. So Bryce is looking pretty good right now. Looking pretty good. We got a long way to go. The race isn't even halfway over, and we got a long way to go. You can see they're at mile, what is this right here? This is like 2:23. They're about halfway done, so barely halfway done. Long way to go. Anything can happen there. Let's go look at the bikes one more time. So we got the 11X right here, still leading. We got the 3 now showing in second. We got the 1 in third. Oh, these are all good updates. Look, they all just updated. So this is a really good update. 415.7, 414.0. So 1.7 miles between first and second. And then we have 413.3 and 0.7 tenths of a mile between second and third. And then we only have 0.6 to 1. We got less than a mile, less than about half a mile between third and fourth. So really good race going on in the bikes. This is going to be super fun to watch that all the way to the end. Those 4 bikes and see who can lead. It's going to be pretty awesome. So a bunch of these other classes are still stacked up. It's hard to give you guys an update on these classes because they're so stacked up right now. We can show a couple other classes. Let's go look at class 11 because we always got to check on them. So 1105 is showing as first. Then we got the 1111 second, both moving. 1145 is not moving, so that's not good. And then the 1143 is way back here, also not moving. So 2 out of the 4 class 11 cars are moving. The other ones are not looking too good at 0 miles an hour. Somebody just said Ampudia stopped. Christian Sarapa said so. Okay, check this out. Not good for Alan Ampudia. 0 miles an hour. That is most definitely not a pit. I wouldn't think right there. You would pit over here if you were going to pit. So Ampudia, hopefully it's just a flat tire for him, and hopefully he gets going again soon. This is a slow section. You can see, look, Bryce is doing 15 miles an hour. Tavo's doing 16, and now, Ampudia is doing 0. I'm going to assume that's a flat tire just from how slow they're going. Probably hit something, but we'll have to check on them in a little bit and see. The 70, Kevin Thompson, is moving along. They were down. They were stopped earlier. They had a bit of a problem. Don't know what it was. They got going again, though. So this is their first race in the new Mason all-wheel drive. They only have less than 100 miles on it testing, so they weren't expecting too much out of it at this race, although, some people have come, like Jesse Jones did a few years ago with Nasser and Toby, and they got second place at the Baja 1000 on a brand new truck. They didn't drive until the day before the race, so you never know. But, the 70, this is kind of a test race for them just to get set up for the 400 and the 1000. But looking pretty good. They're still moving right now. They're in probably in the top 10, if not the top 12, maybe. So they definitely lost a little bit of time earlier. Haven't heard what for, but we'll keep an eye on it. Dan McMillan here is there. And yeah, the 46, this is definitely not good. We saw them jump out earlier up here. So this is not looking good for Paul Wheel and Toby Price. They are on the highway right there at 0 miles an hour, and that is a good stop or a good check. It just the tracker just updated. So not good for the 46, Paul Wheel and them. I'm trying to see if I got an update yet. I haven't heard an update, but definitely not good. If we get any updates, I'll let you know on that. Toby Price was in the truck. He was going to drive to mile 330, and then Paul was going to get in to finish. This is Andy McMillan's old truck that he sold them, old Mason all-wheel drive. So bummer to see the 46 out on the highway. I don't think it's a tracker glitch either, just because it's still updating. It's at 0 miles an hour. If it was grayed out or it hadn't updated in a long time, that would be maybe, but I think that's a good update there. So that is definitely a big bummer. Where is this live track feed? This is on Track Leaders. So here I'll actually I'll post the link for you guys. Here's the leader. I know the SCORE website was down earlier, so there you go. Check the comments. I posted the link straight to the tracking page because the SCORE website was down earlier, so you couldn't get the tracking. So if the website's still down, go there and watch it. Another thing you guys should be watching today is the Terrible Herp stream right here. This is their YouTube stream. Look at this. It's still working. They have live in-car in multiple different cars. This is with Thor right here. It's super cool to see. It cuts out every once in a while. They're using Starlink, so it's not perfect. It's using satellite technology. But go look at the Terrible Herps Motorsports YouTube page that's live, and they've been going back and forth between all different cars today. And it's super cool to see some live stuff from in-cars, and their helicopter was live earlier, and super fun to see all that stuff. A couple of you guys asked about the 1600 cars, so let me see if we can find them. Where are they? Hold on, trying to look on the line. There they are, 1, 2, 1600. There's 6 of them this time, so let's go do a quick update for you guys on the 16 cars. And a pretty good race. Look at it. We got them all bunched up. 1685 is first, 1644, 1606, 1625, and the 1681. So they're all around mile 100. Your leader is Pablo. He's at mile 103 right now. So that's a quick look at the leaders in the 1600 cars for you guys. So, yeah, that's that. All right, well, our lunch just got here, so I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm going to come back at 2 o'clock, and we're going to do another update for you guys. If you just tuned in, watch this battle between the bikes, because this is pretty epic. We got 4 bikes coming to the finish. I don't know which one's going to win, but we'll see. It's going to be close. It's going to be super close between these 4 bikes. So I'd be watching that, and then come back here at 2 o'clock, and we'll have another update for you guys here on Fishgistics, all right? So hopefully you guys are having a good day. The UTVs, yeah, let's check on them real quick. They're kind of bunched up still. So in the Pro Open class, we have Wayne Matlock is now showing out front. And we have Brock Heeger showing in second. So really good battle actually going on here. We got Wayne Matlock in his brand new car from, yes, Nestor, and then built this car. New line Nestor, and then Dave built this brand new car for Wayne. So super cool new car. Brock Heeger, one of the factory Polaris cars. Then we got Brandon Sims. Here we go, Brandon Sims. We haven't said his name yet today, making his way up there. Austin Weiland, Justin Lambert, Caden McCachran, 0 miles an hour. That's not what we want to see. And then look at this, Roger Norman. He started way in the back, and he is making his way up. That is also a new line built Pro R. That is a single seat Pro R. So definitely cool to see that. Roger Norman having a good run so far. We got Mike Pratt, Josh Rowe, Harrison Weiss, and Blake Wilkie. They're doing this. So Blake and Harrison are splitting the driving in their Pro R there. It came down for fun. Kristen Matlock, Ronnie Anderson, Tyler Backus. We got a whole bunch of people. Look at this class. Caden Wells. Oh, Caden Wells at 0 miles an hour. That is not good. That's a big bummer. Caden Wells always one of the favorites in any UTV. Brandon Walsh, he just had a brand new UTV built. And, yeah, that's a look at the class there, UTV Open. Let me look at the forced induction real quick, and then I'm going to go eat my lunch. All right, forced induction. Here we go. We got, look at this battle. We got 4 of them up front here. PJ Jones, Phil Blurton, Edgar Leone, and Jesus Mendez. Look at that. All 4 of them on 2 different lines, it looks like, through here at the front. So heck of a battle in the Pro UTV Force Induction. Austin Jones coming in here. He's right behind them. And then Jason Murray right behind them. So pretty epic, epic to see that battle there. The Jessica Lopez up there, Matt Burrows, and it just keeps going. There's so many UTVs racing down here. It's awesome. But pretty cool to see PJ Jones, Phil Blurton. We had a lot of fun with Phil Blurton and his dad last week at Trail of Missions. They were super cool guys. It was a lot of fun in Mexico with them. So hopefully Phil has a good race here. That'll be cool. Edgar Leon and everybody else. All right. So that's a look at your UTVs there. Let's go look at the front again real quick. All right. So Bryce hasn't updated in 15 minutes. Don't worry about his tracker there. I have my tracker on Bryce right here. You can see he's still moving. As of 1:20, he was doing 50 miles an hour. So Bryce is still moving. Just his tracker is not updating on the SCORE one, but he is still moving. So he's going to be in front of the 21. All right. We'll see you guys back here at 2 o'clock for your next Fishgistics update. See you in about 40 minutes.